And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 54 Samurai quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. Hello. So, we are here in the Adventurers Guild in Limsa at 1111. So, we need to talk to Misose. So, the quest is called Blood on the Deck. Misose is looking for you among the drowning wench crowd. So, Mithrie, your katana has come to sit well at your hip. 'Tis plain your experience excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I have had an eventful time in this salt-kissed city. In the course of seeking evil, I came under the suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts. It would seem whose weapon of choice is uncommonly sharp blade. One not unlike yours. So I found myself confronted and questioned. Thanks to Momozigo's testimony, however, the pale of suspicion was quickly lifted. Not only that, but we were even permitted to examine the victim's wounds. There can be no doubt they were inflicted by a katana. The killer may well be a samurai, yet a true samurai does not take life without just cause. Murder is heinous in its own right. Committing it with our noble weapon compounds the crime. Such evil cannot be suffered. So there you have it. We're going after a serial killer. I must say, I am morbidly excited. Right, let's begin by talking to people in Hawker's Alley. Okie dokie. So let's go. I think this should be the quickest way to Hawker's Alley. I am enjoying, Samurai. It is really, really fun. And I would say at this point, at least at the time of recording, that, yeah, it's very, very overpowered. So, but whatever. What can you do? Okay, so let us see. Let's see. We have to go here and here. Right, so let's talk to Swazblade. So the serial killings. Oh, don't get me started. All of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine, Navigator, rest his soul, and I pray that the culprit is caught soon. Okay, next. Let's do this. And I am happy as well that with all this bare poetics and so on, that I am not always max geared, but pretty decent gear when I've been leveling up these classes. So killer makes Kikan dead, makes Koyo Rune afraid, afraidful afraid. Koyo Korun shaky wake all night, brr. So I might have been sarcastic when I was reading that. So let's talk to the next person. So the recent murders, gruesome business that, and it seems no one's safe neither. Why, even a traveller got himself sliced up, the unlucky sod. What sort of sick bastard will do such a thing like that? Okay, so we've spoken to the town. They all seem to be scared of it, obviously. So let's talk to Misose. I wonder if we can get his outfit at some point. Looks really cool. So, a patron, a traveller, and a quick earn. The victims do not seem to have anything in common. However, the circumstances of their deaths are strikingly similar. They all vanished in the vicinity of the docks before later turning up as corpses. The killer, it seems to me, targets those who happen to pass along the landing. It's completely random then? What a frightening thought. But now that we know this, what do we do next? We set a trap. Lure the killer out by walking around the area in question in the black of night. When he emerges from the shadows, we apprehend him. Ah, solid plan. So who's the lucky one who gets to be the bait? Lol. Wait, what? Why me? Though the victims have naught in common, it must be noted that none of them were armed. In other words, the killer preyed on the defenseless. With our katana at our hips, Mithrie and I shan't make enticing bait. Conversely, were we to forgo our weapons, we would be ill-equipped to subdue the villain, and so it falls to you. So take heart, my friend. Both of us shall be close on hand, ready to pounce ere we sorry, ere you may come to harm. Now then, let us go to the docks. Okay, so let's go to Fisherman's Guild. That's the closest one to the docks. There we go. Perfect. So it is time. Let us set the trap. It's him. That blade. By the Kami, Momozigo, that scream was loud enough to wake the dead. Small wonder the villain fled with such haste. It wasn't intentional. What's done is done. Besides, our mission was not entirely without fruit. The killer's blade is known to me. Some while ago, a wealthy merchant of this land came to Kugane, a port of Hingashi. The man had a fetish for blades, and proceeded to buy up the finest he could find. I chanced to inspect the wares at one of the many swordsmiths this merchant visited, and noted a unique katana marked for delivery to his ship. The selfsame katana the killer wields. Furthermore, according to the shopkeeper, the merchant was a laughable. A wealthy Lophilian merchant, you say? Well, in the area there's Gigi Ruju, whom I once entertained with a dance troupe, but for all his vices, he didn't strike me as a serial killing sort. So that it may be, this is our sole lead for now. Where do we find this man? At his resort in Costa del Sol, most like, but I'm doubtful he's the one we're after. Okay, so we're going to Costa del Sol. Why not? Why not? It's been a while. Let's go to Costa del Sol. Yeah. Okay, where do we go? So who dares disturb my slumber? Oh, if it isn't the resourceful and supremely forgiving adventurer. I see you've brought company today, and of far eastern persuasion besides. How very exotic, but come, what is it you wish of me? Have you been killing loads of people? Truly now? Yours truly a suspect in serial killings? But of course it is a mistake, and no mistake about it. However, I do have an inkling as to who the culprit might be. Gurumi Balumi, he is your man. He made his fortune in trade and indulges in extreme excesses, which, coming from me, is saying something. But most relevant to your investigation is the fact that he's obsessed with all things Far Eastern and owns an extensive collection of katana. Why, just the other day at a social gathering, he was bragging on about one such weapon as though it was his firstborn. When he said that he wanted to feel what it's like to cut a man down, we all had a good chuckle, assuming he was speaking in jest. The man did always strike me as touched, but to think that he would actually go and do the deed. To kill simply to satisfy his own twisted urges. This is no man, but a fiend in a man's skin. Master Gigi Ruju, we were wrong to suspect you, and humbly beg your forgiveness. Will you tell us where to find this depraved creature? On his ship, where he lives, is an anchor nearby for now, but I should warn you that he recently mentioned wanting a change of scenery. A ship. It's going to be tough to sneak aboard, but if we miss this chance, who knows when there'll be another. Oh, thank you, lucky stars. For it just so happens I've received an invitation from Gurumi Barumi to attend a banquet aboard his, and I quote, vessel of myrid pleasures. You may have it, a small token of my remorse to you, my dear adventurer. Show it to the man's retainer at the pier, and you will be shown to his ship. And you, showmaster, I will lend you my garb. Disguised as yours truly, none shall raise an eyebrow were you to have bodyguards in your company. And with that, I bid you success. Gurumi Barumi is a troublesome business rival, and I shan't shed a tear at his demise. So yeah, you're lending a full-size human Lolafel clothes. Okay. So we are grateful. Without further ado, then, let us assume our roles and head to the pier. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? Okay. So let's do this. Assuming that there's going to be a fight coming up, and I also assume that I can't take my chocobo into it as well. Yep, there we go. So let us dismiss the chocobo. Withdraw. So, Master Gigi Rujo and company, you do us great honor. The invitation, if I may. Let's hand it over. Banquet invitation. An invitation to attend Gurumi Barumi's banquet aboard his vessel of myrid pleasures. All appears in order. Thank you kindly. If you would care to step aboard, we shall cast off presently. So, duty calls. Commence battle for blood on the deck. If your level's above 56, it will be synced. Alright. So let's do this. Oh wow. It's got a tree on the ship. Oh, I see. So he wore the clothes so that we can be his bodyguards. So, your dedication to your passion is beyond impressive, my lord. Would that we all had your fine taste. Come now, we scarcely scratched the surface. Save some wonderment for my prize katana. Ah, Master Jishi Ruju. Always a pleasure. I say, are those samurai I see beside you? A commendable first effort, my lord, but they pale in comparison to my katana collection. You would flaunt the blaze you use to cut down innocents? Twisted fiend, your reign of terror ends here. You are not Gigi Ruju, are you? And yet I would swear we've met. Damn right we've met. I'm the would-be prey who screamed his lungs out. Ah yes, from the other night. Ha! You see, 'tis well and good to admire a blade upon a stand, but its true place is in one's hand. This I discovered to my sheerest ecstasy. The law is too good for the likes of you. You shall face the selfsame end you visited upon your innocence. Not only do you sneak uninvited into a private gathering, you make violent threats against an upstanding citizen. It seems I have no choice but to summon the guards. Now let us step above and pray put on a good show. I have a reputation as a host to uphold. Okay. Like, they're just so casually that, yeah, let's go onto the deck to murder each other. So, Ostrang, Koi, it's time to work for your keep. Interesting. So that is no way to hold a katana. You are no true samurai. But, like there's the difference. A samurai just a swordsman who fights with a katana. And this champion gladiator is going to show you how it's done. You heard that, Mithrie? The difference is lost on this man. We must free him from his ignorance. Hold it. I've a mind to savour this. We shall save you for last. Let us warm the deck with an opening act. Okie dokie. So for now we enjoy the spectacle. I too shall observe. You alone are more than enough for these false shinobi. Have at her. Kurosute. I love her sword. It's an ironwork sword, in case you're wondering. 130 Poetics one that you get from Mordona. This is part of your training. Okay. Nice. So far, so good. Interesting. Do they just not care? Do they just spawn infinitely? Okay, almost there. Are we done? Fair enough. But wait, there's more. I was advised to make sure I've got potions and stuff ready for this. Alright. So I always start with Yukaze first because it gives a debuff to the target. Done. Paralyzed. Crap. Are we done? He's running off now. Yeah. I'd hate to think how hard that would be if you're not like overly geared, let's say. I mean, fine, my gear's still level 50, but it was pretty good for level 50. It's pretty much near the top. Even the weapon. So that is as far as you go. Who are you? I am Misose, and beside me is my pupil Mithrie. We seek out the wicked and exact justice upon them. Misose, the legendary swordsman whose tales I heard in Kugane, small wonder my guards didn't stand a chance. But even legends bleed, and with my transcendent katana, I am more than a match for you. Come, this blade shall drink deep of your lifeblood. Unrepentant fiend, you belong not in jail but in hell. Say your prayers to whatever kame you keep. Well, that was easy. You needn't befoul your blade with scum such as this. We have accomplished our goal of excising evil, and for that I am glad. But this ousting leaves much to be desired for your training. For you see, a samurai learns best when he faces a fellow samurai of equal skill. Alas, they are hard to come by in this land, and a pretender such as that whom you faced is no substitute. Whew, we did it. Pats on the back for everyone, especially me. Now, what's this about you being a legend back at home? It is ancient history. Whatever I may have been in the past, now I am, but as you see me, an old man long past his prime. Well done, my friends. You have rid us of a depraved monster. His was a brutal end, but it was no more than he deserved. Justice well served indeed. Rest assured, this mess will be cleaned up. As they say, what happens in Del Sol stays in Del Sol. We are in your debt, my lord. Wow, given it's only the level 54 quest, it's quite long. So, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts. Afflicts? Masose, are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. My endurance is not as it once was, is all. Come, my friends, let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. Uldar next. And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to the forest. Momozigo, pray lead on. Oh no, sorry, we were in Uldar. Gridania, he means. The forest, you mean Gridania? Oh dear, I mean, of course. Right this way. Well, let's do it. Let's go home to Gridania. Why not? Right. So we're going to the Adventurer Guild in Gridania. Yeah. Whee! Splat. Okay, we're almost there now. There we go. So, a nation at one with the forest. Simply being here is salve for the soul. Yet even amidst such seeming serenity, untold wickedness may lurk. Until such time as we find it, pray continue applying yourself up to our art. Right then, I'll go about making inquiries at once. Cool. That's complete. So obviously the next quest will be at level 56. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys.